Good morning, everyone. We are back. It's London time. Well, as you can see, I'm already entered in a gold trade. Now we haven't started we haven't started the 152.10 macro. So let me see if we're gonna make. Oh, we took the liquidity there. I'm just wondering if I should get out of the trade or not. Let me give it a few more seconds. My TP is a little bit lower, as you can see. I just want to manage the trade. Hold on, guys. I've been waiting for this level quite a bit, so uh, let me go. Just need to see. Let me go to the 1 minute here. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna wait until the 150 macro. I might give some profit back, but I just want to see if we can go a little bit lower. I've been waiting for this trade a long time, guys. This has been. Oh, Eugene is in the trade as well. I just noticed. Hey, Eugene, we had similar. That was the same when we started out, right? Are we in the same trade? Are you kidding? Because I posted the TP 4560. You have your T 4560. Where's my TP? 4570. Oh, you have your TP a little bit lower. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm going to see what the macro is going to do. If we're going to make another run, or I have to exit time. Let me quickly go to NQ. Just be focusing on gold. I said, like, listen, if gold's going to make that move, I want to be in it. Okay, NQ is going up. There we go. Okay, let's see. I'm going to focus on gold for the next, just for the, because 1 hour. Let me see the 4 hour. Okay, gold will be the focus for now. So you see, it's tapping into the December high. No trade stocks. I'm in a trade right now, so I just wanna manage my trade if you don't mind. I just want to see if I need to get out of my gold trade, what the next macro is going to do, or if I have to get out, or because I don't want to give too much of my profit back. I mean, maybe the time is not yet to run all the way further down. So let's see. Do you make 3,000 yesterday because Enki's going up and like a rocket? I make enough money to live off. Let me put it that way. I don't trade. Sometimes I have now. Lately, I don't have. Sometimes I don't even trade every day anymore. I used to do that, but now I don't. But you know, sometimes one day can pay for a couple of months. How the Trump 25 tax on oil has no impact? Well, because the tariffs are actually not a bad thing, to be honest. People are very negative about the tariffs, but they help the GDP in the US. It brings investors. They give investors get trust again. So, and most countries have been making good deals with them. I mean, some deals were better for the US than for other countries, but I think in the long run, it isn't such a bad thing. So, but we see we've got a lot of data coming out this week, so everything is booming, right? I think also what's happening in the world, it just, I guess people are pricing also in, well, I don't think it's pricing in. I think it's the algo is already calculated to do things, but I think the sentiment is going to become more and more positive because everything it's a little bit tricky now, but I think if everything is going to work out the way it is, it will bring more stability overall. So just chaotic times right now. But okay, 147. Let's see. What are you doing? So we're tapping into the December high, which, you know, an old high always gives a reaction. That's not really something to worry about. But the only thing I'm worried about, I want to see continuation on the 4-hourly as well. So all-time high on NQ. Hey, I cannot predict. I cannot predict. But well, I'll go to NQ in a bit, okay? No worries. Don't worry. I love NQ, but I'm just in the trade right now, so I just want to manage it to make sure that I don't lose too much money, that I enter too early. So I'm just waiting for this macro. Hey, listen, no trade stocks. Most of my time will be on NQ, and I got people begging for me to go on gold, and now I'm on gold, and people are begging me to go back to NQ. But I'll get to NQ, no worries. NQ is my baby, is my number one, always. And well, I must say, gold, you know, moves well as well, but not all. I mean, not lately. So that's why NQ got more attention lately. But let's see. I just don't want to be too early in this trade, and I might have to get out and get back in because I just don't want to. Okay, it's almost 150, and then we've got a new 4-hour candle coming. No trade stocks. I do think that the December highs. I'll show you in a bit. I do think the December highs on NQ are. Once we go higher back into the end dog, I'll show you in a bit. I do think we are going to go for the all-time highs because we're attacking it every time, and we're over now a couple of days going into that same area, and I do think the December high is in play, and then we go to the December low. But we'll see. I'll go over it in a bit. Okay, 150 macro. Okay, I'm going to give it 2 more minutes, then I know what to do because I don't want to give back all my profit. I'll have to I'll get out and I'll re-enter again because I'm just thinking it might go back into here and then go back down again. But let's see. Because it's quite early, right? Before 2 a.m. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're in the macro now. Okay, come on. I want to see more. What time is it? 1:52. I think I'm getting out and I think I will re-enter later on. You know what I'm looking at? If I look at the 4 hour, I'm looking at, are we going to get consolidation? That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm getting out. Okay, I'm done with this trade. I'm going to wait because I don't want to give everything back, and I think I have to re-enter. Yeah, it's too early, but it's okay. Made some coffee money. Good morning. Yeah, I'll get into NQ, no worries. Okay, we'll keep an eye on gold because I think we're going to get a nice move from gold, but I don't want to be too early because look, we could get a market maker buy side. So I'm going to make sure the okay NQ. Let's go to NQ. Hey, Cinecom, how are you doing? On the 4 hour, I would not be bearish at the moment on NQ, to be honest. On the 4 hour, you can see we tapped into a fair value gap. We are in the new 4 hour. We tapped into the N walk, and we are trapped in between two N walks, but we are above the event horizon. So what I would do right now is watch how this area, if we are going into the N walk, this is a very important area, and on the 4 hour, I would say we took internal liquidity, so I would be inclined to almost say that we're going to go for external, which means a previous day high, a session high, or whatever. But again, we're also at the top of the opening range gap. So also here, you want to watch how it's reacting, right? So let's see, because it could dig deeper into this area. But let me just ask you, why did you enter a short? What did you see? What was your confirmation for the short? Because if I look at the 1 hour, what was your confirmation for the short? I'm just curious. So no talks, no trace talks. So for me, normally what I do, I wait with the 150 to 210 macro. That's an important macro for me to give me some more intel. So sometimes I do miss a move, but it could be a short. But for myself, I don't have enough information at this point. I'm more inclined to think more bullishness, but I would rather wait a little bit before I would enter on NQ, either or, because like I said, on the 4 hour we took internal liquidity already, right? Let me show you again to make internal liquidity here. We tap into it, and then the next 4 hour candle we rejected in this block, and we're moving upward, but it's being rejected by another N walk. So we're trapped between two N walks, right? So you want to see what price is going to do. So I would wait a little bit. That will be what I would do, but also we have a flat bottom, a flat top here, no liquid, no wick. And I am okay. So talking about that, and the area that this is the area that I'm looking at. I want this to be filled. So, but we got a higher wick here now, so who knows? We might go lower. I mean, it could be. It could be that we go back down and dig deeper into this. That we dig deeper into this 4 hour fair value gap. Why is that such a difficult word for me now? Okay, let me go back to gold quickly, guys, because I want that short. I've been waiting for that short a long time, but it's so what I'm looking right now, if I'm looking, okay, so we bounced off the December high. Hold on. Hold on. You are so cute. Um, so I'm looking for this, also the N walk. So on gold. So talking about the N walks, and N dogs are for me something. Well, you use them all week, but especially Monday and Tuesday. Um, the one this level matches exactly. It's the same logic applies for on NQ at the moment. Let me show you. It's all the same logic using the opening range gaps. They're all in play. So for me on gold, this level, the 1/3 level, matches with this N walk and the midpoint of two N dogs. So that's why I'm targeting this midpoint. But it already could, there could be some liquidity or something that I missed earlier, right? So, but then um, I guess it took Asia low now, but we'll see. I'm going to keep an eye on it because I do want to. I went short because of the London low and due to the rising lows. It always gets wiped out on a lower low despite remaining bullish. That's a dangerous thing to say because it always happens. You have to have the higher time. You need to look at the context because it's not always because it does that. It always happens. Now you can see sometimes there's logic, right? It happens more often, but always be careful. Yeah, for NQ, I just need more information because I think we're on the bullish. I think we have already. Let me do the OTE. Let's see, is this gonna use this one? Yes, I can. We did tap into 0.5, so it could be a short from here. Could be, could be. But we have some more levels here as well. Like I said, I really want to wait because I do see, I can see that this was a retracement. Then we go further down into this area here because we have equal lows here. So could be. But we could also go a little bit higher. So the moment I can frame it both ways, I just have to stay out. And I'm going to watch for now. I'm just going to use the one this macro to see what it's going to do. But I understand your logic, definitely. Let me check gold. Eugene? Are you here? Jose, thank you, thank you. Jose, Eugene, are you still here? Are you here? I saw you. You reacted to my gold in Discord. I wonder if you're here. I wonder if you are still in. Yeah, I have to check the gold. I want to check the gold. Yeah, so Jose, I'm just not sure if we're going to get, I'm a distribute. I really want to have the distribution. I don't want to get into a consolidation candle, but let me quickly check the time. 6 o'clock. Are we ready to move? 9:30, 0.0. I don't think it's going to move now. 6, maybe at 3. Maybe we're going to get, we might get a move a little bit later. It's 3 o'clock in the 250 in the macro. Let's see. SMT. Yeah, I should get in. I think this is a sell again. should use the stop. What time is it? 2:02. Okay, that's okay. I like that. 2 o'clock exactly. Exactly. Okay, that's fine. Okay, good, 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 good. I like the time. 4, 5, 6, 8. It's a good stop loss, so it's okay. It's manageable. If I get stopped out, it's fine. It's good. It's a small trade. I'm willing to risk this. I might be too early again, but that's okay. It's just 44. It's just 10 points. We did create equal highs though, but it's equal. That's a bummer actually. 4R. Yeah, I might be too early again. I do like the SMT though at 2 a.m. It's exactly a good time. Now where's my Asia and my why are my boxes not showing? Oh, here they are. Okay. Asians here. Okay, I think my intuition is I think I'm have to wait. I'm gonna take it out. I don't want to be in this trade now. It's too early. I want to clear AMD. I'm not getting it, so out. I think we're gonna disrespect this. Let's see at 2:30 where we are. Okay, NQ, back to NQ. NQ, NQ, NQ. What did we do at 2 o'clock? Oh, okay. A breaker. First stage accumulation, second stage. I think I'm interested in a long actually on NQ, to be honest. Inversion. It's a weird breaker though. Do you like shorts? I like shorts and gold, but you mean in general or on specific trades right now? I like a long on NQ. I think I'm getting long on NQ. And I like a short on gold, but I think the time is not ready for gold to move into this opening range gap. So I think it's too early. So I have to wait. I have to wait. Yeah. I got in very early and I took some profits, gave some back just now, but it's just a matter of waiting. Eugene, are you in the chat? Are you here? Make yourself known, Eugene. Show yourself. I'm curious if you're still in the gold trade. Eugene, after I posted it in on the Discord, he says, "Oh, we're in the same trade, and he has his TP to he's in on 46, and he knows gold very very well. He trades gold. I think he trades only gold. So I was happy to see that he was in the same trade, but I just want to have, I don't want to give back everything. I just don't like to be in a, he has more patience than I do. Hey, L7, saludos to you too, my friend. Okay, I'm going to do a poll, guys. We're going to do a poll on NQ. We're going to do a poll on NQ. Defocus, we're just going to watch price action, and sometimes you'll see there might be some opportunities, and if not, we just wait till the news drops, right? But it was hard yesterday already, so sometimes you get like a little bit of a relief in between. Hey, but also CPI can be really. I've seen CPIs were really what? There's hardly any. Because we have made quite a big move yesterday, even though the price action was very lethargic and it sort of like it trickled up. And I've seen CPIs like, what happened? Where's the news candle? And it's just like a little, and you're like, well, okay, well, that is. So, but I think we're going to have a crazy week. There's a lot of things coming. But if we see opportunity, we take it. And if not, we just wait. I'm getting better at patience. It's not easy always. Start a poll. Okay, we're going to do NQ. London session. The main, not talking about the manipulation, but the main move. Are we going to be bullish or bearish? Bullish or bearish? Let's say until 5. Let's say until 4 o'clock. Until 4 or 5 o'clock. I'll do 4:30. Up to. Yeah, Musatala, it could be, but it could still make a move downwards first, right? I agree with you there. I'm also very bullish, but we have to be aware that we could have a retracement because we're sandwiched between two N walks. Okay, I'll make sideways defocus. I'll do another good. I'll make another one. NQ bullish, bearish, or consolidation, or consolidation. I'll do London session. London session. Okay, add option. I'll limit it to 3 options. Otherwise, our brains bearish or sideways. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. I'll leave it open for a while. Zar Trader, you had a sweet short already. Okay, nice. Or did you do gold? Yeah, I got out of the trade because I thought we were going here. So this is something that I also let me do something. I want to see. This is a quarter. Let me make it 1/8. Just want to see these levels. Because it's a very big opening range gap, and actually ICT did say you can use 1/4, but you can also make it smaller, like using 1/8. Now I'm gonna keep this here because this is interesting. We did tap into a 1/3 level on that level, and okay, I'm gonna keep this up. No, seems like we are at the so again, let me go over my NQ, my levels. Okay, so this is yesterday's opening range. How's my voice, by the way, guys? Am I breaking up or is it clear? So I had a lot of issues yesterday with internet. I still have issues, but I'm not freezing right now. The New York session, I was freezing all the time. It was ridiculous. And you dearest people, you stayed. A lot of you just stayed, and I'm like, what? I would have been gone already. Okay, let's have a look at what happened in the opening range gap yesterday. Buy side, sell side. So what are we lagging in this area? Sell side, right? Yeah. If I'm looking at hey trader Tim, yes, yes, yes. It was a big day yesterday. It was a crazy day yesterday. Yeah, if I'm looking at the 15-minute, it looks more bullish than bearish, and I think these equal lows are being left for later on, right? Because you can see these equal lows we rejected in a wick here, so I think we're up for a higher. I would be more inclined for bullishness on NQ for now. I think price action. The only thing is, I would love it to go here. Let me see. If I calculate it like this, this is the way. Okay, it's good enough. Yeah. Okay, we could go up from here. Okay, I'm going. Here we go. Yeah, Trader Tim, yesterday was just crazy. It was just it happened during the London session. I didn't even realize it, and then suddenly it just kept going. And I think I don't know if YouTube, because of that level, it kept pushing, and it was just crazy. It was a crazy session, and I was so overwhelmed by it. But yeah, it's crazy. And okay, let me see how the pool's doing on NQ. Are there a lot of gold traders here? I'll do a gold trade as well, a gold pool. Bullish, bearish, sideways. 16 votes. Okay, I'll leave it so more people can vote. Um, have you smart people have looked to the left most likely, right? Yeah. 15, 11, 15. And Vargas, what's your target again? On gold or in Q? My TP on gold will be 4568. But I'm waiting. I just want more confirmation on the short, because we tapped. We are so you can see the low that has been formed before the macro is the December high. So I'm just wondering if it's just a retracement up and then we go further down. 216. Okay, 2R. It could be the high. Should I get in? SMT again? Oh, we still have the same SMT here. How many points do I have from here? 4.220. Okay, I should get in. Normally I don't want to go more than 40 points, but it's okay. I'm just looking at the 4-hour candle. It's like, yeah, when are you going to distribute? Again, equal highs, so again, I might be stopped out. Okay, I think it might be ready to distribute. Because, you know, what can this candle do, right? The only thing it can do is sideways or distribute to the downside. I don't see it go up from here further. Let's see. Yeah, I think now we're going to get the distribution candle of the 4-hour. There we go. Okay, I like it. Hey, Gonzalo, how are you doing? It's a short for me on gold, and if I get stopped out, that was fine. But I think we're going to get the move now. Let's see. Or we're going to go sideways. But let's see if we can get some follow through. 220. Start moving your ass, gold. Come on. Move your ass down. Come on, go below the 50%. Let's have a look at the 1-hour candle. You see this consolidation here on the left? So that's why I'm not sure. We might get some consolidation, and it might not be ready to move until 3 o'clock or something. Well. Let's have a quick look at NQ. What are you doing? So when I see this, I don't want to anticipate. I'm just going to leave this and watch until we get better price action. Okay, let me just make sure that I want to manage my trade properly. I think once we break this here, I think it will run, but it's so slow. I'm bullish on the currently short NQ. Highlight on the first suspension block. I'm bullish on NQ 48% now, and bearish 29, and sideways 24. So more bullish and bearish sideways are almost equal. Yeah, I'm inclined to be more bullish on NQ, but we might not get like it might be a little bit, like you can see already on the 1 minute, right? It's so much gaps and things. So, oh my God, gold, come on now. It's gonna run those equals. Hey, seek for growth. Yeah, I'm too early, I think. I'm looking for it to go into this opening range gap to the end walk here, but I think it's too early. I think we're going to consolidate. Like I said, I should wait. I'm going to get out again because it's not going to work. I need to wait for the next macro. I just need a little bit more confirmation. So now I gave back all my profits. I was green on the trade, the first run, and I saw it go back up, and I said, okay. But hey, listen, it's going to go to the end walk at some point here. Mm. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, the SMT is not. I'm not looking at the SMT, by the way. Good point. It always changes when I'm on when I it always changes back to the other ones for some reason. So okay, consolidation on gold. Keep an eye on it. My favorite 9 minute chart. We have a gap here. You see that? Hey Kenneth, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the family. So when I see a lot of gaps and it gets really barcoding, I go to 3 of the 9 minute to get just a better, just more sense of what's going on. Now let's see if this candle can stay below the volume imbalance. Go to 3. Okay, we closed, yeah. Yeah, it's just consolidating. Also consolidating, both consolidating. So sideways might win for now. 230. Do you guys hear they are working? Do you hear the construction work? Is it bothering you? Because then I can close the doors. Let me know, guys, because I can hear it, but I'm not sure if you guys hear it. So at least the stream is not freezing all the time. Yesterday evening, I was just freezing. The frame was freezing, and I was walking like a robot. But now I seem to be normal. You can't hear? Oh, you can't hear the. Okay, gotcha. You can't hear the construction. Okay, guys, let me know if you do, right? Because then I just close the doors. Um, okay, so gold and NQ are going sideways at the moment. So let's wait until the next macro and just keep an eye on it. Um, And with sideways, I mean higher time frame. So I'm looking for this 4-hour distribution candle. No noise in the stream. Okay, thank you. And how's the voice? Is my voice clear? Is it breaking up? That's also has been an issue once in a while. I still don't know why that's happening. So what, I'm looking at this 4-hour, and I think at some point it might distribute. It might. But it could be the next candle as well. Oh, I'm seeing something that I might have missed. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Why did I not see this wick? Why did I not see you, Wiki? I did not see that wick. 0.5 has been tagged. Okay, let's see if we need to go any higher. There we go. Your audio is good. Well, okay, perfect. Well, that it was different yesterday. I was freezing. The sound was freezing. It was horrible. Hey, the elevator. What's up? What's the temperature? Do you see me sweating right now? I'm actually thinking the moment I'm reading is like, oh, it's getting a little bit hot now. I'm going to look at the temperature right now because actually I'm thinking, am I going to the beach after the stream? Because it looks like a nice day, right, outside. And it is. You can see that I'm not wearing long sleeves and I'm not bitching about the wind today. So I think we finally have a nice day. We have some few nice days. Let me see the weather. I haven't checked the weather yet, so. Oh, rain in the morning and partly cloudy throughout the day. That's not what I want to read. Oh my God. It's not, the temperature is 27 degrees, but apparently I'm going to get rain a little bit later. Well, I don't mind rain if it's over 25 degrees. I actually love it. And it's going to be hottest 28 degrees today. So rain in the morning and partly cloudy throughout the day. So enjoy the sun, guys. We're not going to see it all day. And tomorrow is going to be 32 degrees. So it's summer. So it's summer here, elevated life. So we have, it's subtropical. Winters are chilly at night, but still nice and warm in daytime. So you can still wear a t-shirt and flip. I don't ever wear closed shoes anymore, unless I go to the gym or do a workout. But otherwise, even in winter time, I live on flip flops, I guess, and open shoes. But not everywhere in South Africa because South Africa is big. We have cold areas too in winter. So I just go to the areas where the winters are subtropical. So I consider myself a climate. I don't want to say climate refugee, but actually I am. So you can hear the bloody rooster again, guys. I hate that rooster. I really hate that rooster. Winter and 28 Fahrenheit here in Montana. Yeah, but it has something. I think if you have really a good winter, it's nice because I used to have winters in the Netherlands, but it was like sort of like a long autumn. It's just gray, windy. It was no snow or no ice. We couldn't ice skate. But the moment you have clear blue skies and it's freezing and you can go ice skating on the canals and on the lakes, I actually really enjoyed that, but that didn't really occur that much. So I don't like these nothing burger winters that you just have a lot of, and then when it snows, it just gets wet and it's just a hassle, like straight away already, and it gets slippery, and it doesn't bring any joy in the sense of. But hey, listen, I love ice skating and stuff like that because you can dry, you can wear warm clothes, right? And when the sun is shining, even though it's freezing, you still get cold at some point, but it's still, it's really, I really enjoyed those days, but it didn't happen a lot. Is it cheap to live in South Africa? Yes and no. It's cheaper than housing is cheaper for where I live now. I could never find something like that for the price that I'm paying in the Netherlands. But then again, I could also not be in a nature reserve in the Netherlands because we don't have them. So yes and no. But for example, if I would go to the supermarket, prices are similar. So I'm really wondering how people with South African salaries manage, because things are quite expensive in the supermarket. It's the same as in the Netherlands almost, if I calculate it back. But if I go out for dinner, I went to dinner with a friend last Friday. We went for supper, and I was like, oh my god, I had a seafood platter, and it was this big, and it had calamari, it had hake grilled, it had big prawns on it. And I was looking at the price at some point. I was like, wow, that's so cheap. It was about, if I calculate it into euros, it was 250 rand, 10, 12, let's say 15 or 16 euros. And it was like this big, and it had vegetables, French fries, and then 3 kinds of fish. And I mean, I could not eat for that in the Netherlands. That would have been at least 50 or 60 euros or something, that bill. And then so going out for dinner is very cheap, and lunch. But relatively speaking, groceries are very, for a lot of people are difficult. So, but anyway, I'm looking at my trade. I should get in again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get in because it's 2:41. Yeah, I'm getting in. And now I'm getting in on my other account. The first one, the first ones were just paper trades, by the way. I'm always willing to not to let one or two trade go, so to speak, to just if I'm too early or whatever. And if I miss a trade, that's fine. I don't care. There's enough trades. We can trade all day. I want to know Eugene, why are you not in the chat? The nature. I was doing a lot of. Oh, I'm stopped out already. I didn't even get into my account. Shit. So I moved to South Africa because I used to do. I used to do voluntary work in wildlife in conservation. So I used to live in. Went to the bush. And hold on, I just want to manage. I want to get in that trade on my live account. Not on my live account, but on my eval. Are we ready to distribute? Are you ready to distribute, my friend? Are you ready or are you not? What time did we do this? 10. Did we reject here? We had this one here, 2:30, 2:20. Yeah, 2:30. Okay, I'm in. Okay, now I see proper structure. My stop loss is going to go over this high here. This should be protected now, even though it's equal. Okay, I do need to see some speed at some point. Come on. $245, $245. Okay, where are we in regards to this macro? We did not. We're going to take the macro lows here. Let's see. I don't want them to reject here. That would be a telling sign. You really need to push through now. Come on, push through. Push through. Give us a push. Show us your hand, my friend. Ay, come on. Okay, I really want a bit of a harder. Come on, push a little bit further down. Okay, there we go. Okay, 247. Let's see if it's going to run in this macro or not. If it's not going to run in this macro, I'll have to get out again, and then I have to wait for another macro. Maybe the 43452 to 410. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, just give us a nice distribution candle now. Come on. Come on, give this distribution girl a distribution candle now. I know you wanted gold. It's a tricky area though, because at 0.5 exactly, it could still consolidate another macro. Let's look at NQ quickly. Still consolidating. Okay, let's see now. 248. We've got an equal high here for late. If we're going up, there's an equal high here. Beautifully done for later or for now. I hope not. It formed, this one formed exactly at 230. They got Starbucks there. Well, I think so. In the big cities, yes, we do. Yes, I Elevated Live Funded Next is my prop firm, and Edge Clear is my broker for my own account. Um, why are we selling on gold? Why not? Are you? I'm thinking it's going in. This is an opening range gap which has been untouched. So we opened here. Let me show you on the higher time frame. I've been waiting for this trade a long time, so I might be a little bit too early. So I can understand your questions, like why are you doing it now? But let me show you on the 15th. We opened here on Monday, 12th January, and we left this opening range gap totally unfilled until Monday the 12th, yesterday. We went into it and we filled it up to here. So I'm aiming for a lower level in this opening range gap to finally be filled. And I've got an end walk here, which is my target. So I consider that a low hanging fruit. So I've been waiting for this trade actually since 12th of January. That's yesterday. Well, I'm impatient, so that counts. So that's a long wait, right? But technically, we also have another opening range gap, which is unfilled here a little bit, and even one lower. So I know we have more opening range gaps. Hey, Casey, well, I know you're doing well on gold lately. So, but we might be stuck in consolidation. It might not be time to run yet, so it's a little bit early, I guess. It just doesn't want to move yet, right? Seems like it. But hold on, the macro is just starting. What is your TP, KC? Oh, I like the candle, 251. Um, just because there is CPI, I don't think there's not going to be any moves, but I don't think the moves will be so large. So for me, this is not a large trade, to be honest, because I'm also not even targeting the bottom of that. Like I show you, let me show you again. Like I am targeting this area here. It should be a little bit higher. Hold on, let me just do it here. Because of this, but I believe we have so much more room to the downside. So I believe the larger move will come today during CPI, but we could still have, some level of balancing and manipulation moves before. And I'm looking at the 4-hour candle here. So I'm looking here, and I think this one wants to distribute a little bit lower. But it could also just be a consolidation candle. But just because it's CPI doesn't mean we're just going to consolidate all the time. There will be more consolidation, as we can see, and things are slower, but it will still move. But we have to be okay to be stopped out a little bit more. Yes. And stick to macros and stuff like that. TP 4-5, but it's definitely going further. Yeah, but because Chris asks a good question about what about CPI. So Casey, that's the reason why I don't take it all the way yet. I'm just looking at if we are going to distribute, we might even distribute a little bit. It might even go low, just only to this level here, and not even get to here. But we'll see. For now, it might take a little bit of more time. Yeah, Chris, no worries. It's a good question because, but also, on No News Mondays, it's not for me. Like sometimes on No News Mondays, you can get really good moves, but you have to. It's more about the context. Now, what happened the day before? What happened? Where are we? And for me, I'm having some confidence in the trade because I'm looking at the 4-hour candle. So we already made So what I'm looking at specifically now on the 4-hour is, have we created the manipulation wick? So we open, you have an open, high, a low, which is the distribution. We're going to form now the distribution to the downside. And the question is, how far are we going to go? Now, do I have full confidence that we might get the low? Normally I would have, but now I think we might stop halfway again, and I might consider getting out again. So, but I do believe that if you look at the structure here, right, you look at we made a turn, we're already distributing to the downside. So we formed a new 4-hour candle. We created the manipulation move, and now we're going to get a distribution to the downside, most likely in this macro. But the question is, are we going to get a similar candle like this, or are we going to have a shorter? But normally when you have a construction like this, you can almost expect a same candle. But that's why I'm always careful with expect, but I'm sort of like, okay, well, you know. And also what I want to look at is, do we have a breaker? And I calculate, like this is now the breaker has been activated, right? So we closed below this one, so we have an activated breaker. Let's do a 2R trade from this one. So we have a retest. So the breaker has been retested already here. So that's why I got in. Breaker, retest, exactly in the macro, right? So that's for me my confirmation. And now we're going to, let's see if this breaker retest trade gives us 2R. Let's test it. Now let's see what is 2R, right? Now 2R is my TP is lower than that, right? So I'm already aware. I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. So that will be here. So let's see if 4580. Oh, wasn't that my 4570? I'm just gonna keep this here. So normally when you would do a breaker retest trade, you just, take the whole breaker, and you just, doesn't matter where you get in, but you just calculate the 2R from the full, like you would take it from the bottom, and you would take your stop loss will be at the high, right? And then you calculate 2R. And if you have a better entry, that's good. Then your R2R is a little bit better. This is so funny, guys. Every time when I'm on gold, I get people asking for NQ, and when I'm on NQ, people are begging for gold. People don't really care if you're in a trade or not, right? They just want they want their signal. Give me my signal. You see this candle here to the left? I'm just wondering if we're going to get one of these right now. It's just not giving it. Okay, macro is not working. I'm getting out. Gold, you are done for now. See, NQ is better. I'm just wondering if we get one of these. Casey, are you still in? I'm still writing. We're bullish today. Hopeful one as RSI. RSI? You use that retail stuff? How do I know gold has stopped? Non-traders on my side are asking why to buy gold as an investment, so we are going down. Well, I guess if you want to, are you still in? Yeah. Okay, for the person who's asking about NQ, NQ is going sideways, my friend. Nothing to do there. I don't like the time, Casey. Yeah, so for me, let's see, it could go halfway of the macro to the upside, but then I just want to see how we are going to. I don't want to give. Let's see. You know, Casey, what I like to do is that we tap into this one here and then we go down. That's actually what I would like to see, but and did we go over the breaker? Did we tap? Okay, no body closure over the breaker. That's important. Okay, the moment we go over this breaker, it invalidates the short, right? For now, remember, you got SMT, but if we go over this body, if the body closes above this point, I wouldn't be in a short anymore because this is a breaker because we have a low, high, lower low, which took out these lows. So this is a valid breaker. I never like a one breaker structure, but a one candle structure, but it's always weaker than a 2 or 3 candle structure. But come on, gold, 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 gold. London Open. Yes, we love at 3 o'clock, right? I need to study for now. No much time to study, and now I fund my account, but I need to understand the prices. So Chris, now I'm using AI to summary the video, then watch. So what I did on the Discord is to make it easier, because I understand for people that haven't done ICE and it's new, it's overwhelming when you go to his channel. So the basics is core content. That's 2016, I believe, right? So what I did, I put the first months from ICT. So core content is 12 months, and it's just the basic, like what are the PDRAs, how do you calculate premium discount, the OTE levels, and month 4 goes over all the PDRAs, for example, what is a fair value gap, what is a breaker, what is a mitigation block, rejection block. I took out a couple of months from those 1 to 12, which I think, you know what, you can always revisit them later, but the most important months for a head start, I put in there. So I basically only made a sort of a database for beginners where to start. And then you can always branch out again to ICT. Yeah, you know, and then you use what resonates to you. And some things might not resonate, and it's like building blocks. And some people use order blocks for trading. Some people use the breaker more. And we see different things in the chart, right? But the most important thing is that what can is to, at some point you want just to only see liquidity and imbalances. And those PDRAs just help you to navigate the market. But And a good thing that ICT mentioned in his last videos, because he did 2025, and I'm really appreciative that he's doing sessions now as well, because he said he wasn't coming back until 10th of February. But the man can't help himself. He just loves to teach and share. So I'm very thankful for that. But he said, okay, you do core content. I believe 2022 is still very important as a beginner. But then he says you can go backwards from 2025 or maybe even 2026, what he's doing now, and go backwards, because he repeats a lot, but the videos are much compacter now. So you're actually more in luck, because for me and for other people who have been studying ICT, you know, I did core content twice, 2022 twice, and everything. And it was a lot of time, I can tell you that. But you know, every time you hear something new, and I'm okay with the long-winded. I just, you know, sometimes I get a coffee or something, but because he repeats a lot now and more in with additional information, and he says now you just start 2025. That's what he said until end of 2025, and then you go backwards. But you do have to start with your core content. Then you at least understand what we're talking about, and then you also can. You need to know if people are talking bullshit or have changed it, because it could be like if you use something for a long time, like if I use something and I change it a little bit, but you should be able to recognize that, hey, that's used differently. So that at least you know you don't get, you know, you don't learn the wrong thing from people. That's very important, I think. Um, so, but yeah, I think it will help you. I do believe so. Okay, you see what the candle is doing now? So I'm not interested in gold at the moment. I just, because we're over the zero point 0.5 of this wick now. Um, yeah, and Chris, you also must understand, you're literally working towards a PhD in finance. So it's not easy and it will take some time, but I can't tell you how much, once you start seeing things in the chart and make it practical, and just be okay that it takes time, right? So just don't expect to make money straight away from it. But hey, I became profitable after 1.5 years ICT, and I know people that took even less. Casey just started, and he's not even doing, and he was in 3 months, and he was already having good trade. Now Casey was struggling with a little bit of psychology and getting very a little bit cocky because he was doing very well. That's why he lost his first eval, right? But it was not because of your trading. But Casey just needed 3 months. I think 3 or 4 months, right, Casey? Could you? So I don't know how old you are, Chris, but we've got some youngsters here, and they go very fast. Their brain is a little bit young, but I don't know how old you are, but um, we've got a couple of youngsters here that are really accelerating already. It's crazy. I think they're even, I don't know. I'm really curious to see where they are in even a year. 40 this October. Okay, now that's, hey, listen, 40 is the new 20. Don't worry. That is still young. Not as young as the 20-year-olds, but hey, we've got more wisdom, I guess, right? Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So, you know, and that's something that you also have, besides the technical part, always comes the part of, and especially when you start doing well. And I know Casey was doing really well, so he said, you know, it was funny that, remember, Casey, I was asking you, are you on micros? Yeah, I'm on micros on that eval. And then I said, how could you have made $1,000 with one micro? And he says, oh shit, it was a mini. And I'm like, you knew you were on a mini. And then I think I made a joke. Okay, Casey, you're gonna lose your account soon, right? And he did. They're so cute, though. But Casey, your father can be very proud of you, and I know he is. So, but you know, it's just part of the. I mean, we've all been there. We all are. You know, just over leveraging and over trading and stuff like that. So, it's part of the game. We need to control. That's why patience and waiting is so important. Practicing. That's why I practice that during the stream as well. And I'm surprised. because I'm really, for me, I'm just also already came to terms with it. Is people are annoyed by that, or if I do put on a paper trade, I don't really care. I'm not a streamer for them. But also just waiting and not taking a trade. I've done it more than once now, and I just noticed that the group of people that are here are also just really actually don't mind it, and actually also, are okay with practice patience and getting more in tune with not having a trade. Are currencies undesirable to trade? Yeah, I hate forex. I've never traded it, and I just don't like it. So I cannot. I am not the person to really give advice on that, Aaron. If there's anyone here that does trade forex, maybe because I'm biased a little bit because I just don't like it. So my answer will be a negative anyway. But I know people that trade forex and do very well because they understand it, and they have been doing it. So maybe someone in the chat could answer, Aaron, if currencies are undesirable to trade. I guess it's the you're asking if it's undesirable now, right? Specifically. But in all honesty, I wouldn't give you a fair answer because I actually just don't know, and I just don't like it. So, so I'm just sticking to NQ and now gold, and maybe also at some point CL. But yeah. Yeah, and Casey, you know what you're also saying. At some point, even though then you start you can trade, but then you only lose your account only because of two things, right? Over leveraging or over trading. It's nothing else because you got the technicals and you're just not waiting for the right setup, right? Because it's impatience. Then I know because at some point I realized also like, oh my god, I'm just losing my account or my evals just because of that reason. And if I would wait for that one setup, and even though when you just have one setup that works, and because it's you're just starting to get profitable, you have one or two setups, right? But you have to wait for them because it's only one or two. And then I would go back in my journal like, oh my god, it was just maybe 1 day wait. So and it's so weird. But at some point you get like really fed up with yourself, with your behavior, and you get you get pain in your stomach when you lose an account, and especially when it's in front before the weekend. You feel shit the whole weekend. And at some point you'll get fed up with it. And then you're really like, okay, now I don't want that to happen anymore. And then it still happens. So everybody can relate. But it gets better and better. So, okay, there you go. Trader 2114. I like trading currency pairs, but I like trading the US 30 better. Okay. Aaron, what do you trade right now? Are you trading something specifically already? Are you already a trader in something, or do you trade forex? Just curious. Okay, now I really want gold to touch into that first presented fair value gap and see there. So, see, I actually said it, and I wasn't ready to wait for that. But then again, I thought we might distribute already on that 4-hour candle, but we're not. Gold got me. You got me. You took away all my profits. It was a paper trade though. The first two were paper trades. Let me check my account. Oh, shit. I was in my account. I said it, and then I said the last one was in my account. I didn't exit, so I'm down. That was $100 in the minus now. I said it. Oh, I was. The last one was a paper trade, and the last one was actually in my account, and I forgot to exit that one, and didn't put a stop loss yet in because I was distracted. So now I'm down on my eval. That's a stupid one. God damn it. I'll make it back. See how these levels actually work so well, right? So we hit 0.5 here, and then we went back up. So 141. Okay, let's go back to NQ for now. So it's literally the same thing, that NQ, they're both in the opening range gap. And we took out the low here. I'm still not excited about NQ as well. Still undecisive for me. It's cool now making the move. Okay, I want to see a retest of this area, maybe even midnight. What time is it now? I think 3:15. Hey Danielle, thank you for welcome to the family. NZD/USD has been a good currency pair. I've made some money from it. I'm short from 87. Let's see. Are you talking NQ, right? Let's have a look. 87. 87. Am I confused? I think it's gold. Oh, you're short from here? Yeah, gold. I see. Yeah, I see. Ooh, sell side, buy side, go back into original consolidation. It's a 1 minute. It's a 1 minute market maker buy and sell model, right? Yeah, I do think we might go up a little bit before we go head down. The 4-hour candle, obviously we still have some time to go, right? So let's see if we go, how far, if we go up here. Yeah, see, technically I don't like that, because then we're going to go higher than this wick here. Or we could reject here somewhere, could be. So midnight is here, but that wouldn't make it, then there's no distribution. That's not like a distribution setup. So 30 bucks away from passing. This is my second day in it. Wow. Okay. Well, don't get too yeah. 15-minute FUG forming gold. Not the best for my shorts. Yeah. No, I don't know. Let's see how we react here if we exit the opening range gap again. Because you see, we've got some flat bottoms here, some wicks. I would be more inclined to take a long from here, but I'm staying out now. Took a huge trade yesterday, made fit in Asia with micros, just kept at yes. Hey, listen, with you can make a lot of money with micros if you start taking those moves. There's nothing wrong with my live account is only micros that I trade. I'm gonna trade a live account. We're just working out the. I'm changing my live account, so I was in touch with them, so I can trade it on TradingView, because now I can only trade it in Rhythmic. So I actually said, hey, listen, I got a YouTube channel and I want to trade my live account live on So they're changing now the account to so it's CQG, so I can connect it to TradingView. So I will do that somewhere next week once it's set up. So I will trade evals and live accounts. So S&T here was valid. It made the move. What time was it? 2:54. We moved 3 o'clock open here. We have a very, did we, does 3 o'clock have a wick? I don't think so. I think 3 o'clock is a wickless candle. Let's see. Oh, very small one here. Very small one. Okay. A very small one. Okay, and Q is just ranging. And Q is just ranging. Okay, I guess most people would set sideways. But we still have a nice macro coming, right? Let's see what the 350 does. I think I'm going to end the poll. Where is my poll? Very good. 52 bullish. Oh, 62 votes. 52 bullish, 26 bearish, and 23% sideways. Okay, but we're not done with London, so let's see. Thank you guys for anticipating. Appreciate it. End the poll. Okay. More bullish than bearish and a sideways. I'm also a client. Look, if I look at the 15 minutes, so why would I be more bullish than bearish? I'm just trying to think out loud. Now, if we would go down, what imbalances do we have here? I don't see any. I just see back and forth. So this is sort of like balance. Then we have this fair value gap with a wick, right? And then we had this imbalance, which we have been already balancing out. So I would be more inclined to think, okay, we don't have to go down to balance out an imbalance. So where is the next imbalance? I would say to the upside, because we have some stuff here. And this is just for later, because it's, I can always run through here very easily and go further down, but just to retrace into this area to go up. Because this back and forth is also balancing out in an area, right? That's also like what consolidation is doing. So we don't need to go here unless we just go all the way back here and we take out this low and go into here. But on the 4 hour, we already took, on the 4 hour, we already went into this fair value gap. You see this one? We already tapped into it. So we already took internal liquidity on the 4 hour. So I'm inclined to be more bullish than bearish on Q, but to hold on to true. When are we done going sideways? I'm long till daily open. My entry is 903. Stop at 883. 1 mini. Ah, gotcha. You took this one here. The London low. Yeah, I would be also more inclined for long, but I'm just not. Um, I'm just going to wait. We do have a breaker here. We can use this breaker structure. Let's see. I'm going to go to the 3 minute, guys. Just want to clear, see if I got a structure here. I'm just gonna wait until the 350 macro to just make sure that, because I do see we have a I do want to see a little bit lower. I think I've been caught by gold now a couple of times, so I'm just gonna be more careful. .5. Why? Because like I always say, daily did not manipulate yet. So let's see what Bowser is talking about. Bowser's dropping some sauce here, guys. I think Bowser is aiming for somewhere in this wick. What's your TP? What was your TP? 903, stop at 903. Oh, you're even lower than this. Okay, are you using this wick? I got you. 903. Oh, you got daily open my entry. Okay, now what's your TP? What's your TP, Bowser? You think we're gonna reject somewhere in this wick? I think. Okay. 986-ish. 960. Here. Above. Settlement. Okay, let's see. It's between the OTE zone. Break after 933. Two. 968 and go to the 15. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until the next macro, see if I can get a good entry. I think if the move will come, it will do it in the 350 macro. It will make a nice. Okay, let's see here. Nice 70. Here this we got a nice 942. Um, 114. Pum, 3:30. NQ just processing AMD. Yeah, I'm not eager to. I think if you have a good entry, a lower entry, it's still fine. But I just want to see my just you know, when I see it, and if I don't see it, I just stay out. I might be missing something. And if I don't see it in London, I will see it in New York. New York, New York. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. New York. Do, 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 do. 3:31. What time is the green box starting? 3:45. 4 o'clock. I think we're gonna. I think if we're gonna expand, we could even make it to 950-ish. If we want to go, I think in the macro, we might be even able to hit 950, right? Oh, you're going to 960. Okay, yeah. We got settlement at 956, but yeah, I would easily take a trade up to 950. But then again, it's just for me to not enough points to anticipate. 920, so that's 30. I don't know. I'm just not interested in less than 60 points. Gold, where is gold? Just consolidating on the higher, on the 15-minute. It's just going back and forth in the range. Not interested. Hey, but the good thing is about accumulation. If we're just consolidating, we always know what comes afterwards, right? New York, New York. Now that song is in my head. New York. Next. Okay. Look at gold. Look at that. I want to see a retest here. Okay, are we ready to go? Oh, I didn't even notice on gold that we had a little gap here. Oh, look at that. I just didn't, even my eye did not get into, oh, that's interesting. It's exactly at the first percentage. Long here on NQ for a quick scalp. Just trade this range until New York open. Yeah, just if you can manage to see range. I don't trade into if we're in ranging areas. I just wait for. But if you can manage to define a range and you have a good, you can just trade back and forth, right? I'm not a scalper. I wish I was, but or I wish I was better at it. But okay, so now we are going up to Oh, that is some bullishness on gold. That is totally not favorable for my. Okay, all the way back to. That was actually the trade that I was longing for NQ. I need my drink. Oh, yeah, I like this big game. Who was long on gold, by the way? Is someone long? Did somebody long it? I mean, it hit the 0.5. We got SMT at 3. It's so big. It's like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to hold it with 2 hands. Well, at least I don't have the excuse that I'm going to dehydrate during my streams. It's hard to drink though as a big I think I still need a cup with this one. I was always running out of drinks, especially when I stream longer. And now I have one of those big ones, and now because it's so big, I'm like, oh, I'm sort of like annoyed to take it and drink from it. Okay, gold, yeah. Sell side, buy side, into fair value gap. You know, look, it's been setting up beautifully. I mean, 140, then we have a low here at 254 in the macro. Inversion, retest of the inversion exactly at 3 o'clock. Beautifully done. You open, retest at 3 o'clock. An inversion, which is a very solid setup. And looking at the left, you could, you know, it has already, it made its low here. And if you calculate this, it's a beautiful OTE level as well. So if I had my bias so short, I would have maybe seen it, but I was too focused on my short, right? But it's always good to journal it and go back, like, what did I miss? Look how beautifully the OTE level from this range to this range is exactly 79 at a retest. Oh no, this is, well, we hit the low here, 79. The low in London is usually, or the low of the high forms between 250 and 3, right? 230 and 3-ish. So if this is a low, you hit a 7.9, and then you have like you form a inversion here, you retest it at 3, right over here, and then you move. It's beautiful, beautiful trade. And clear, I mean, you need to go over it in 3 minutes. On the 3 minute, it's not so clear. In 5 minute, not as well. I think I was on 3 minute. But you still have your low of your OTE range, right? You can see the OTE. SMT as well. Not bad, not bad. I mean, it was the algorithmic signatures were there definitely, and also 0.5 level, 0.5. So from premium to discount, 0.5, 7.9, boom, off to the races. 3 o'clock. All there. Also breaker retest here. See the breakers here. Yeah, it was a very, it was a nice, yeah, beautiful trade, but didn't take it because I was too short biased. Shall we have a look at CL quickly? Let's have a look at what CL is doing. Just want to have an idea what's going on. Look at the daily here. Daily. Wow, are we gonna go all the way up to here? 63. Is anyone trading CL? Does anyone in the chat trade CL? I'm actually a little bit annoyed of missing the gold move, to be honest, because it was actually quite clear. Just had too much bias to the downside. And I did say, oh, I want to retest here, so why didn't I not, pay attention to this structure here? Because I was already looking, I said, oh, I want to wait for a retest, but I was waiting for the short, but I should have taken such a beautiful algorithmic structure here up to here. A bit annoying. And I even have a losing trade now because I got in a short and I forgot to take it off, and I was distracted with something, and and now I'm in the red because of this. Well, I actually should have been in the trade up to trade. Well, okay, I need to journal this. Shit happens, and it's annoying. I was so stuck on a short and didn't see the long. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, right? That's why sometimes I when I tape read and I'm really, when we are tape reading, I don't get into a trade now. I do try to take paper trade, but also if I really want to do really, really good tape reading and really look into levels, I sometimes just don't trade at all and I just go over tape because I really like doing that. But you're much, much more focused if you're not in a trade or actually waiting for a trade or setting up. I just notice that I sometimes get distracted or I just don't see things as clearly then, I guess. I don't know how the brain, it's just funny how the brain just works. I think you're just focused on getting in and, I don't know, managing the trade, and it takes some focus away from, I think it just takes focus away for some reason. That's why I'm always saying, like, tape reading or analyzing is and executing are two different things. Sometimes I'm really good at tape reading, but my execution is shit. Well, I still read the levels. I still don't manage to get in, or what's going on? And it's so weird. Yes, I do have. It's always yes, but and if it's not clear, you just journal as long as it takes to make it clear, because that's where you learn, right? It's not always clear after, but you have to make it clear. If you have to always ask yourself, what did I miss? What can I do better? And that's where you journal, and that's where your growth is. Like, what did I miss? And especially the time, what happened when. And it's even more frustrating that I actually pointed out to myself this level. Oh, I want a retest of this before going short. Well, why didn't I take the long? It doesn't make any sense. So, but you have to train yourself to see things faster and to also adjust. Like if you're short bias, you need to be able to adjust faster to change your bias to long to take it instead of waiting now. So am I going to take this trade now? I should actually, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer and I might move. So do I have pets? Yes, I do have pets. I've got 2 cats and I've got monkeys here. The monkeys are sort of but they come and go and they rearrange my seating on the rooftop every time. But I share my rooftop with monkeys and the house with my 2 cats, which one is an African wildcat, by the way, but she's domesticated. She was 3 days away from dying, and I took her in, and I saved her life. And I walk with her, and she goes to the beach with me. It's a crazy cat. She likes driving. And she saves my life when there's a snake or a scorpion around, so. ABC, I did get into a trade. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know if you were here. I tried a few paper trades on gold to the short side, but it didn't. We were in this area here, and then I wanted to get into my account, and I was distracted, and it was a short, and I forgot about it. So when it was starting to move up, I said, "Oh, I didn't lose anything because it was just two paper trades." And then I was, "Shit, I did get in," and I just got distracted. So I'm down $100 on gold because it was in a trade, and I was doing something else. I was looking at something, and I didn't really. I didn't put my stop loss in, and I don't even think I put my STP in. I entered, and then I was doing something else. So I did lose on the trade. Yes, I did lose. I entered a short somewhere here, and it did in this area, and then it went up. And I thought I wasn't in anything. So no focus, not focused enough. But I don't really mind if it happens in London because a lot of the times when you want to trade in London, you're just most of the times just too early. So I'm quite confident that we will get a move later on in the day into this area. So it's just setting itself up. It's all good. We don't mind. Now I'm just wondering. Now we didn't tag into midnight, so and even though you have a losing trade, you still don't lose anything, right? If it's well managed and you learn from it, it's actually still a win. So, because next time you'll see it faster and you'll take it. If I'm upset about missing a move, it's not about the money, but it's more about not being focused enough, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think the next 2 days will be nice, right? I mean, we've got so much things coming, but we have to be patient and wait for the right setup. You don't want to be caught on the wrong side. And I think also London, for me, also now I'm getting more aware because I had it doesn't matter if it's paper trading or live for me. They were losing trades. I didn't read the market properly, so I know I have to be careful. Like, okay, you know what? You're not seeing it properly. You're not fast enough. You need to wait. You need to just, read price, go over it, and look at the levels on both NQ and gold. And what I notice, if I do that, then I'm really prepared for New York session because you are really, we've got the luxury in London looking at the price, seeing levels, and see what is played out. So we've got much more knowledge already than other people that just open up their laptop at 9:30 or just before 9:30. And it really helps. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but for me, it's like, oh my God, especially the levels that I'm looking at and even trying, and I didn't, it's losing trade. Most of the times it's that exact trade that I managed to take a bit later, right? And then it's even better because we're much higher or something. So, so yeah, no harm, no foul yet. So but anyone who took that long, that was a nice trade. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, last macro. Yeah, I close price to choppy. Yeah, Bowser, I agree. We wanna save our mental capital, right? We wanna save our bullets for distribution. You're in Dubai, so 9:30 open is at 6. So yeah, so for London, it's for you also easy to do, right? And you can also do Asia then, I guess. You are really in a, well, you need to sleep as well though. ABN, 6:30, so full day to get ready. Yeah, I think we're very privileged if we are able to do so, right? but you're at 6 o'clock, so the end, so your AM session is perfect. And if you can't sleep, then you can still do the PM session as well. But you can be done in the AM session. I mean, and we have London, so it's pretty good. Yeah, I think we are more lucky than people that live in the U, especially people that live in the California. I mean, you know, well, they have the New York and the AM PM session, but they for them, well, they have the Asia session as well. Then I guess well, everybody has some advantage, but I think London, New York is the best. Yeah, so that's why I'm not too worried. I'm okay with this, but I still don't like it if I do miss trade like that. But we keep on learning, we keep on looking, and we keep on studying. So Bowser, also what I don't like about the NQ is that it tapped exactly the 0.5. So I'm always wondering, like, there's no follow, if it taps exactly on it, doesn't go through it. You know, I just wonder, like, are you just going to go down from here, or are you going to go one leg higher? I would rather see a little bit like a retest or something. So the people who said sideways up to now, you were right, and it was quite small percentage actually. I was bullish on NQ as well. California here. So L7 trader, what are your sessions? What do you what is you what time is it now in California? Because my aunt is still sleeping. She's in Texas. What time is it now? Oh, L7, you must be a night owl then. Just what time is California? Let me see. Time, California. Oh, it's 12:50. Yeah, okay. I was looking at it. Yeah, okay. It was not too bad. I mean, people are still watching Netflix at that time, or you are doing this, so 3:53. About oh Bowser, wow, yeah, yeah, Bowser. You need all day to count your money, otherwise you won't manage to do so. So you need to start early. I do 3 sessions a few hours. Yeah, I think you can make it work, right? But it takes commitment and it takes discipline. For us on the African continent and European continent, it's a bit. I think it's easier because I just sleep during Asia, I guess. 2 a.m. here. Oh my God, guys! I didn't even realize that all of you guys were so committed. Wow, that's awesome. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's why it's always no trace talks. 6 minutes per pre-open. US. Good luck, everybody. Thanks. No trace talks. Okay, guys, we're waiting. We're in the 350 macro. Let's stick to NQ for now. I'll quickly have a look at gold. Just want to see. So for me, I wouldn't enter gold because we didn't tag into midnight. It's too tricky to again go into a short. Um, I just don't trust it at all. I just have to let this one go. But on the other hand, look, we tapped into this level here. We tagged exactly on the 0.33, and that's a lot of the times an indication for a retracement or reversal. But I'm not gonna. I have to. I don't wanna give it another. I just don't feel comfortable now anymore because we didn't tag into midnight. We took our liquidity though in here, but not midnight. So I'm gonna wait again. And a lot of the times, then we watch the 350 to 410 macro. It does nothing. I have a few times, and then I go and make coffee, and I'm back, and oh my god, the move just started after 410, 10 past 4. So, but at some point, you just need to let go and think, you know what, we're gonna go back into New York. I'm gonna touch some grass or do something else, right? I need to wash my car. My car is really dirty. When I enter the reserve, so funny. The guys, it's like there is a gate, and they know you, and like they joke when my car is really dirty. They say, "Oh, your car's too." I'm like, "Oh my god! If these guys are telling that my car is too dirty, I really need to start cleaning it." I hate going to the car wash. So here it's still so in South Africa you go to a car and they do it manually, right? But they're like 4 or 5 guys and they take like an hour. They really, really do a good job. Someone who asked, I think it's expensive here, and that is really cheap. And they take a long time to do it, and so you really need to sit there and just hang out or do groceries, but it takes time, right? It's not like you go into one of those automated things where you go in and within 10 minutes you're outside or 15 minutes and then you can, vacuum clean. But they do it like they take an hour and then 4 or 5 of them are just really busy in your car. But it's really like to the spot. Oh, look at my cutie. She's so cute. What are you doing, darling? Okay, 3:50. Okay, we're at 4 o'clock macro and Q not really moving so far. So I guess it's not this the macro that's going to do it. Where are you? So I'm in South Africa. So I'm Dutch, but I moved to South Africa a few years ago. So you see the South African trees in the back. South African Wi-Fi internet. So it's also not the best though, but it works right now. 3 hours consolidating time zone. Yeah, yes. But we don't mind, right? We don't mind. So good. It's just creating liquidity and giving us more intel of levels. So calm before the CPI storm. Yes. What else do we have more London sessions? Yes, today is really slow. I agree. Um, and I'm even down $100, so that's even more frustrating. Just because I didn't realize I was still in a trade. So so I wanted to check the news again. Okay, so the 4 o'clock, it's printing now. Okay, what else? Okay, by the way, we also have, I note, what's the GBP? Oh, there was nothing, that was 5 o'clock. BO Governor Bailey speaks. Maybe that's why it's slow in London as well. Who knows in the chat what is the ADP weekly employment change? It's orange folder news, and it says tentative on the Forex Factory. So it was tentative already last week or a few days ago. So I'm just wondering what that is and why is it tentative? I think the government is fully open and operational again. So why is that a tentative orange folder? But it's 8:30, so we already have CPI, so it's already red folder news. And the tentative ADP weekly employment is orange. So I'm just wondering what it is and why it's tentative. And at 10 a.m. we have new home sales. So there's nothing really in Europe. I mean, only the GOP guy, Bailey. Mr. Bailey is going to speak at 5 Eastern. Yes. Yeah, so ABN, do you know if that really is that reason maybe does that hold, do you think that holds price up in London? I'm just curious because if that is the case. CPI is tomorrow. Yeah, you mean today, right? I mean, we're in, yeah. As what type of care, mental, food, exercise you to keep age frozen? Hey, you tell me. I would like to know. No, so what I do, what I started doing a couple of years back is put collagen in my coffee, but I actually learned that from my ex-boyfriend because he was very much into keto and, in health and stuff like that. So collagen, because your body doesn't make collagen anymore after you get older, so that's something that it helps with your nails, your hair, your skin. But also I take creatine as well for more protein. But I do need to. I don't have a proper gym here, which is sort of which sucks a bit. But that's why I go to the beach and walk. But I should do more weights and stuff like that. But it's really important, especially when you trade a lot and you're behind the laptop, to have you need a good balance of doing things, to also clear your mind, clear your head, I want to say retest yourself, but you just, when I go to the beach and I make a long walk, it's sort of like, it's so beautiful and I just relax. But also just exercising and going into nature is that's for me the most important thing, being able to be in nature. So it's NQ going at 4. $3.59. We passed through this at 401. Yes. I think we're gonna get the run now. Yes. I still don't trust it though. I'm not gonna. Is this a manipulation move at 333? I'm not gonna anticipate. I'm gonna wait. Also, I can't trade my gold trade. Why? We didn't tap into in midnight. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. But I do eat collagen with bone peptides. Yes. Yeah, collagen is just something that I never really thought about it, and it's just really something your body doesn't make anymore, and it just even when you start being after your, I don't know what age exactly, but and for me, my hair, it's such a big difference with my hair. I don't want to talk about hair stuff, but it just grows and it's much thicker, and I can really, I really start doing, and it's just, you put it in your coffee in the morning, and if you buy the correct one, it can have a lot of heat, so it doesn't matter if you boil water and you mix it, and you make it like a daily thing, and you take, it's also color, it's also protein. Okay, now I'm wondering if it's going to take up to, if gold is going to take, I would rather take gold up to midnight, because that's for me a very clear range. But I'm not going to take it anymore. Didn't take that swing on NQ. It's too untrustworthy. But I would rather take this as a little small market maker. Sell side, buy side, breaker. Let's see. I'll keep an eye on both. Oh, this is a nice one. Now I see. Let's see if it stays above this volume imbalance. I don't like how it's forming though, to be honest, on NQ. Should I take a paper trade on gold just to see if it, what time is it? 6. 2, it's gonna go here. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna look at it. I don't even want to waste my paper trade mental bullets. Okay, let's see. What time did we start running? 4:03. I like that time. I like that time. We have all liquidity created here, and we've got midnight here. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can manage to do that. If not, we know it's really effed up. So like I said, on days like this, sometimes if the macros don't work, those runs are outside macro times, but then, what's your edge, right? You still don't. Okay, it's 4:08. Let's see. It's a small move. Come on, do it. You can do it. There we go. Let's see if we can tag into midnight. I mean, that's actually a very clean trade, right? So this was a clean trade here with the SMT, with the low being formed at, well, I think we could say that we have a London high. Come on, tag into midnight. You can see this is like a very small market maker full model, right? Sell side, finalize it, take it out. And do we have original consolidation here somewhere? I guess so here. Boom. I like this time, 3:04, so I think we're gonna do it. Yes, that's right. ABN. There's really no shame in paper trade. I love to paper trade because I practice execution there. My P&L has gotten greener and better on both my evals funded and my live account since I do this. And I paper trade my first 2 trades in the morning. I'm just going to keep that because sometimes you don't know if your internet, if there's a glitch, if it's slow, or you are not ready, you're slow, or and I just sort of really like it because I'm sort of I test the waters and I feel the market. And most of the times when I have my paper trades are green or are red, then the rest of the day, I tend to have better, my stats are just better. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to keep it. I don't care. We lose 1% collagen starting at 25. Oh, there you go. So yeah. I want to say, oh, I started far too late, but I'm not going to say that. So Angel, you take collagen as well? It's just it is just like eating something healthy, and you just make it a part of your natural. And I also don't actually I don't eat. I'm a pescatarian, so I don't eat meat. So I need extra protein as well. So and now I actually started. I started with the creatine just 1 or 2 months ago, I think. But I do seem to hold on more water a little bit, so I need to drink more. Um, but hey, listen, ABN, I think it's really good because I also sometimes I feel like over trading sometimes, and then I just paper trade. But you can tell on when I do it on stream when I get like impatient and and then I say, oh, I'm going to go paper trading, and then but I feel the same. If I lose on a paper trade, it's the same emotion for me because I do it live. I don't back test anymore. I do only forward testing. And if I have a losing trade, I need to journal it and I go back. So it's a lot of work. But that's how I just, for me, paper trading is also practicing execution. I want to get better in sort of scalp. I don't want to scalp the really short scalp because I don't want to get in trouble with the prop firms. But really like a 20 point or 30 point trade is for me a scalp. Hey, both genders, Angel, okay, I feel strong. Yes, hey, I feel I've never been so fit in my life. Then I think the older I'm getting, I feel much fitter than when I was really, really young. Let me put it that way. But then when I was really, really young, I used to party a lot, I guess. It was really hard to stay fit because the whole weekend was, the whole normal week was to recover from the weekend, if that makes sense. So I guess during the week I was just, going to school, studying, being tired of the weekend. But I guess that's life of a student, right? But I wasn't so much into health at that point. But so anyway, tip of the day, guys, collagen. Collagen, non-flavored in your coffee. If you're over 25 and you want to have your hair and your nails and your brain and your skin. And more important, you always want to stay healthy, right? Okay, so again, I'm happy that I did not enter in that trade. Why? Because it did not even go to midnight, which is sort of weird, right, on a day like this. So that already tells us that the levels are not being traded into. Oh, Jin, no problem. No, you can ask. That's what I'm here for. So I started 3 years ago with ICT, and 3 years before that, I started doing retail things. So I started with penny stocks, and then I got it. Well, after that, then I started to. I wouldn't consider that really, really bad, but it just wasn't enough for me. It was going not volume profile, but market profile and TPO. Not too bad, but it wasn't enough for me that I could really, really understand the markets. And but because TPO is already time based, it's sort of time based. You use 30-minute segments. So, but David, almost 40 and no hair. So how much should I take? Well, I guess you could still take it for just your health, I guess, but I guess it could go all to your skin and to your nails and to your brain. So, good question, by the way. That's so funny. You guys are so funny. I love you from Jordan. Hey, Jordan in the house. Hello, how are you doing? I think it's too late, but oh, you guys are so funny. But yes, so the moment I started doing ICT, and then especially when you start reading into core content, like how does market book, how does smart money think, the IPTA level, how does IPTA work, premium discount, just very simple stuff. Like, oh my God. And just being able to identify the PD arrays, because it's just a language, right? Okay, how does a breaker look? How does a order block look? Otherwise, before I just saw a bunch of candles and I couldn't make anything of it. And now I see market maker models every day. I see I see an inversion, a breaker. You see the structure, and now it doesn't even always work. But then you start, for me now understanding. I only see now liquidity and imbalances, and I'm waiting for structure that I have been training myself to see, and I've journaled to recognize. And you get better at it, and then suddenly you only want to trade like for this. That's why I'm a little bit upset I didn't take this trade here, because there was a clear, sell side, and we had a clear draw on liquidity here. Now, but anyway, we are in chop now. Yeah, but it might still go to midnight after the macro, right? So that's what it does. It doesn't take the liquidity in the macro, but it still runs for it after the macro. Yeah, so you start improving, but I didn't journal for a long time, and I wish I did sooner. But the point was, and I mentioned that a few times, that I actually didn't know what to journal for a long time, and I think that was the reason why I didn't journal. It wasn't laziness in the sense of, oh, I'm lazy, but it was more like, yeah, I don't know what I'm actually seeing. I don't know what to journal. To some point, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to start with TradingView. I first started doing stats and Excel sheets, and I'm like, I never looked back in those stats. I did look, okay, what are my losing days? And I found out like NFP Thursday is really bad for me. And the second worst day is um, um, the 10-year bond auction, which was yesterday. If there's 10-year bond auction, which happened to be yesterday also on a no news Monday and the day before CPI, but it wasn't always like that. I noticed that I don't do well, and it's just a yellow fallen news. And I always made like a print screen of the Forex factoring news, and I printed it on my trading view, and then I would go over the market itself, and over my trades. So I journal very extensively, right? And then ICT, I don't know where, but he said it's something either in a Saturday Shogun or he says, oh yeah, and I never trade 10-year bond. I don't even start before one, and oh, let me go back into my charts, and I looked, and I'm like, because I did have, and I was looking like, oh my god, those are the days that I also don't do well. So now I just skipped the whole day, the AM session. So yesterday I didn't stream before 1 p.m. Now it was still not very easy after 1, but well, I mean, I would never have been profitable without ICT. I know that for a fact, because I was just, maybe in 10, if I added another 10 years, but I don't know, then I couldn't live the way I am. So that's my experience. Well, the age you have to guess, my friend. I've decided not to share my age. I think there will be a big reveal on my birthday. I've been journaling lots of wins but bigger losses. Okay, so let me tell you. So I said that before. Like every loss that you have, you can turn that into a win, because that's where you learn. I mean, I actually enjoy paper trade losses now because I journal them, and I ask myself 2 questions: what did I miss? What could I do better? And I really go back. I reverse engineer, like I did on this area, right? I said, okay, what did I miss here? Because there was a clear trade here, right? We were at 79%. It's exactly 255 macro time, SMT. We had an inversion here, retest at exactly 3 o'clock here, 3 o'clock, this one. So I reverse engineer, and I write down time, then I go over like, okay, look at the structure here, and we had drawn liquidity, right? Now I didn't go into the midnight, but then again, you just take it up to the beginning. That's good enough, right? You just take it up to here. It's good enough. And if you miss this trade, you have a retest here again. What time? Well, that was outside macro, but still, it tapped into one of those wicks here. Good enough. So, Yeah, and it doesn't matter how you journal, as long as you know how you feel comfortable. For me, and I have to make it visual. So for me, the Excel sheets didn't work at some point because I was like, yeah, it's just numbers and I don't see anything. So for me, I just started writing things down, time, and just also my emotions and stuff like that. So it's very personal, and it's only for you, for your eyes only, right? And then I, print screen it, and then I have a PowerPoint, or you can do Notion, and that works for me. But if you are very, analytical, I guess, then you can also make just Excel sheets. But for me, I want to see it, and then I started to realizing some things that happens within a macro and structure, and then you start seeing things. You're like, oh my God, look at that, and then you go back into your journal and you see, and oh my God, and then you really start to get light bulb moments. And I'm telling you. So I did not work with him directly. No, I just studied his core content. And when he started doing his live sessions, I tried to do his live sessions. And if he starts again in this year, I will either probably stream afterwards because I just want to see what he is. I'm still his student, I guess. So you okay, Angel? That's interesting. You only see chop also on gold. If you look at this, you only see chop here. So David, I will add my experience with journal if I can add the old school way, classic pen and paper diary and writing bullet points for entry. After that, I read that I'm my own problem and I bend the rules. Yes, yes, and and you have to be very um, how can I say that? The mirror that it doesn't matter how you journal, but once you're honest to yourself and you see how where the problem really lies, because at some point the technical stuff is not that difficult, right? Everybody can learn the technical stuff at some point. But for me, it was actually realizing that I do have an overtrading issue, and I thought I never have any addiction issues or anything weird. I'm very disciplined in life, and I always told myself that. But then with trading, for some reason, I over leverage, lose accounts, and I was like, no. And you deny it, right? You sort of like when you go back into your first journals, you sort of like, oh, I think I wasn't really honest to myself there. I was trying to, sugarcoat it a little bit and find excuses. But then you get to a point that you really have to be honest, and it was hard. I mean, really, it was like, oh my God, I do have an issue with that. I really have to work on that because I do have an issue. And it was the first time that I really realized that I have an issue with overtrading, which actually is a form of, but it's not really. It's that. So I was really intrigued by that, and so I started really deep diving into it. But it's also biology, right? How your brain works and how the market tricks your brain. Because I was so like, how does it happen? How can I be, why does it still happen to me while I'm actually already profitable and still lose accounts? And because I know I have a couple of models that really work. So I made actually a video on it. Like it's not only, it's also biology, and so you need to start tricking your brain. Because I was like really confused by that. I was really upset about it, and I was really starting to doubt myself for a while. But understanding the biology part, right? What happens in your brain when you have a losing trade? What happens to your brain when? So that made it more acceptable for me, and also like more okay. Now I know where to work on. So I need to trick my brain. So that's where the part comes in, to know where, to go outside, take a breather, because it's just, you have to sort of like bring your brain back. If you have like a losing trade, your fear, the amygdala get triggered, you release cortisol. So that's why going to the gym and things like that is just really, really, you really need to maintain a good balance of healthy living and be able to walk away from your desk and do something active, something like that, or just take a walk, or, trading is everyone's addiction. Yes, and it really brings out the worst. And everyone thinks, oh, I'm not going to be greedy. Well, you are. Believe me, you are. You might not be greedy in life, but you get greedy. And it's a mirror, and you have to be very honest to yourself and work on those things. And but the progress will come. And I'm still growing. I mean, I have an impatience problem, and I'm still growing. I'm doing much better. Don't get me wrong, but trading holic. Yeah, I'm an alcoholic. So I'm an alcoholic. So, but I'm a happy. I'm a full-time alcoholic. Trading is everyone's addiction. I have a mentor that takes you there and closes laptop, so don't be hard. No, I'm not hard on myself at all. Hey, but I can close my laptop if I'm not. I can take 3 trades now, and if I don't see a trade, I can tape read all day without taking it. But it's easy to say in London now when we still have New York coming. But like if I have no trade at all, like yesterday I actually didn't trade at all on my live accounts or on my evals. So. But yeah, guys, so it's just easy to, you need to be honest. And I am just, when I started this channel, I just made a vow to be fully transparent. And it's also, I think it helps me as well. If I tell you guys, oh, I have an impatience problem, it's sort of like, okay, guys, if you see me being that, call it out to me so I realize, because sometimes you don't know that you're doing things. And starting this YouTube channel, I've mentioned that a couple of times before. I never ever realized how much I missed being part of a community. Because as you don't have anyone, it's lonely, right? And I was okay with that, but actually I enjoy it much more now. Sharing and growing together and learning from mistakes. And also, I have no shame in saying, okay, I just don't know where the market is going. I have no shame in losing trades, but I do have shame if I overtrade. If I revenge trade and if I would fall in that trap, then I would feel shame. I have no shame of losing being in a wrong trade, or when a trade goes against me when I have proper setup, because of the knowledge I missed something. I don't feel that at all, but I do feel shame when I overtrade, and it happened to me one time, and I don't know if people noticed, but I felt really like, oh my god. And I think it worked out well, but it was really, I felt really, that was just not okay. But it's a very weird mind fuck, I guess. But anyway, just wanted to share that. So anyone, well, we all are there, and it's all hard, because especially when you just start out. And that's why I put ticks on. The reason why I put ticks on my account is also to, when you break your rules. Exactly. You only lose your account when you over leverage, or you just don't follow your rules, right? It's as simple as that. Because if you have a good management and your risk is less than 1% or 1%, how can you lose your account, right? So letting go of the monetary win is for me very important. That's why I use tick, and I would rather talk about setups and what can be done better instead of. And I love it on my chat that I never see people really yes, we have a tab in the Discord for wins and profits, but it's more important to share what have we been trading, what's the setup, what's the R2R. Sometimes I was in Discord and it was like, oh, I made $1,500, but there was no talk about what did you do, or was the setup. So how do we learn from each other, right? So, and I love this chat. I mean, if you see what's going on here, it's like everybody goes over their trade and what they're seeing and why are we seeing it? So, and that's sometimes also why I ask, okay, what do you see? Right? Because I don't see it, or I just have a different vision, but just to share opinions. And I love it if we have different trades, right? If one goes bullish, the other goes bearish, who cares? And I don't get upset. I love it when people have their own mind. I would be really upset if everybody would say, oh, I'm going to follow you, what you're doing. No. So that's why I love what we're doing here, guys. It's just awesome. I could have never dreamed of how things have been going in this channel. So anyway, so have you lost money? Yes. I've spent a lot of money on evals. I've lost a lot of money. Yes. I have. refunded my own accounts a couple of times. It wasn't, it adds up but I had a very good job in the Netherlands. I could afford it, so don't get me wrong. But yes, yes. Have you lost money? But you have to see it like if you pay a big amount for you get a PhD in finance. So see it as your education money, right? So, but yes, of course, I've lost money in the beginning. I think most of us, and you have to be careful when you start doing prop firms, like, oh, it's just an eval, but it adds up when you keep on buying them. So, but there was no plan B for me. If I want to stay in South Africa, if I want to live the way I live, and I'm not from here. So someone asked me, oh, do you speak Afrikaans? No, I don't speak Afrikaans, by the way, but I do speak Dutch. Because I'm from the Netherlands. But it's the only way I could make a living for myself. I could fall back on my IT background, but I don't like that anymore. That's why I got away from my life in the Netherlands. So I thought, you know what? I have to make this work. So I don't have time to waste. I need to make this work. So that's how I can afford to live in a country and not being a resident, because I can't take a South African job. So I can only make money from I need to bring money in from other countries. So, oh, you only lost 3.5K. Well, you're doing good. Well done. It's been like, only 2 weeks. Okay, hold on. I thought like in a year. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to stick to my EVA on paper trading. Yes, by BVT, there's nothing wrong with paper trading. Paper trade until you have a model. There is no shame in it, really. And I want to keep on reiterating it. And if there's someone, I always find it a weird question. And someone, oh, are you paper trading or real? And I'm like, what's the difference actually? Because for me, there's no difference. But I'm always very fully transparent on it if I'm paper trading. Or if I enter on my other, I haven't connected my account, but I'm going to connect my live account to TradingView because we're working. I spoke to my broker yesterday. I said, hey, listen, I want to do. Can we change my account to TradingView? So they're working on that, and once that is happened, I will trade my live account on TradingView as well. I'm going to start small. I want to have a small. I'm going to do a small MNQ. I have another one, but I want one small MNQ and just build it up from here. Yeah, and if you make money with prop firms, it's always good to start putting money in your own account and build it from there. But anyway, there's a lot to talk about risk management and yeah, and it's also you need to approach your evals a little bit different than your own account, right? Because you have more flexibility with your own account. There's less rules, but also more danger then, right? Because you have less rules to take into account. So we'll see how that goes. Hey, if I blow my account on stream, that will be very embarrassing. I mean, because it's going to be all in the open. So, I mean, do I want to embarrass myself? Well, I could, but I really don't want to. So, but if I blow my account, it could happen, guys. I mean, it is a. I cannot say, oh, it will not happen because but that would be a big shame, a big moment of shame for me. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, so let's put everything in the open, right? And also our struggles. It's not only wins, it's also struggles. But that's what we're not AI, so. But anyway, I think I'm going to touch some grass before I need to wash my car, and let's just prepare for the after the news session. I'm looking forward to that. I don't think I feel interested in this price action anymore. Both NQ and gold, no follow through on both, but they did exactly the same, right? Or almost. They went back into a PDRA, an old fair value gap, which I actually all had on my chart. So am I frustrated that I did it? A little bit, but I'll journal it. Any questions, guys, before I leave you for the AM session. I'm looking forward to today. I'm looking forward to, you know, guys, I really love tape reading and I really love going online just because of you guys. I really have so much fun just hanging out in the chat. You know, and the weird thing is that I trade less because I'm talking book, but it actually helped my P&L. So it's a win-win for me. But BVT, just stick to if you've lost 3.5 in 2 weeks, that's a lot of money. If you want to go into the Discord and share where you are on your journey, you know, we've got a lot of people very experienced that are always eager to help. So if you want to chat where you are on your journey, and if you want maybe some, you know, I don't know, feel free to hop in. I pinned the Discord up in the chat. So I'm still trying to figure. You guys need to tell me like how we. I try to organize sometimes, but I don't think it's like if it's a Sunday or Saturday, people are really busy with other things, which I understand. But I want to do more, just also, you know, community building wise. So for me, on the YouTube, I'm the one only talking, right? But it would be nice also to have you guys talking. So, but I'm still trying to figure out if it's, well, maybe it should be just getting to know each other's sessions and just take it from there. Where and then I can figure out, okay, where is the, you know, where are the, what do people actually want to have discussed and things like that. So, and we take it from there. Because I'm just a little bit lost to think, okay, what can I really do to, you know, what kind of topics? But I'm fairly new to trading, only 33, but I plan to stick to it. Yeah, okay, so you're really young and but new, and yeah, you need to take time to study and get your model, and be okay to paper trade for a while, and just try not to lose money, because then you're already so much ahead about most of us. You know, most of us already think, oh, I'm starting to trade, and they watch 2 YouTubes and we start trading. I was one of them. I started far too soon as well, and you know, that comes with the impatience, right? I mean, you think, oh my god, you know, and it's also the excitement of getting into a trade, right? You teach yourself the wrong lessons. So, but BVT, feel free to ask any questions in the Discord if you want to. Welcome, and happy to have you. Let's have a safari trading session. Say hi to the rooster. Oh, fuck the rooster. Don't talk about the rooster. But he's been quiet, right? You haven't heard him so far. You always know how to trigger me. Just mention the rooster and I go off. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. I'm happy that the stream was not glitching and it was it was really bad yesterday. But okay, guys, I'll see you later today. Have a nice day, evening, and we'll see each other soon. Yes. Yes, I will be trading, but CPI is 8:30. I don't know if I manage to be back at 8:30. I might be a little bit later, but I'll make a new stream a little bit later than that. It might be even 9:30ish. So yeah, because I need to do some stuff. I normally don't trade before 10 o'clock, but with CPI news, I do want to be around to see how the price is how price is printing. So, but I'll be there. Yeah, just watch the stream. I love you guys. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you. Thank you again for all your support and just hanging out and just, you know, being, yeah, being our community. So thanks. I'll see you later.